Have you ever planned a bucket list road trip and instead of feeling excited, you ended up feeling rushed, exhausted, and honestly, a little bit disappointed? Like you did everything, but somehow it didn't feel the way you thought it would. Too much driving, too many stops, not enough time to enjoy where you were. And the hard part? You don't realize it until you're in the middle of the trip. Here's what I've learned after road tripping through all 50 states. The trips that look best on paper are almost never the ones that feel the best in real life. Because bucket list road trips aren't just about everything that you can fit in. They're about how you experience it. And once I started planning my trips differently, everything changed. So if you're planning a big road trip and you want to actually enjoy it, not just get through it, these are the shifts that can make the biggest difference. One of the easiest traps you can fall into with a bucket list road trip is trying to fit everything in. And it's tempting to connect them all in one big loop. But what that usually turns into is long driving days, quick stops, and constant moving. I've done this before. The trip looks amazing on paper, but in reality, I just felt rushed the entire time. And the more you try to fit in, the less any one moment stands out. So instead of asking, how much can I fit in? Start asking, what do I actually want this trip to feel like? You need to build a route that flows. Once you shift that mindset, your route becomes a lot simpler. Because a good route, it doesn't feel forced. It flows. When destinations are close together, the driving feels manageable. And your days, they don't feel like a race. When your route makes sense, everything starts to feel easier. And if you're not sure how to build a route like that, I break it down step by step in my road trip routes video. That's a great next step after this. Next, you need to plan less for each day. This is one of the biggest shifts that changes how your trip feels. You don't need a packed itinerary. In fact, that's what usually causes all the stress. Instead, aim for 1 or 2 key things per day. Have a flexible plan and keep space available to shift your trip as needed, because some of the best moments of your trip are the ones you didn't plan for. And if your entire day is scheduled, there's no room for those moments to happen. This is where planning makes the biggest difference. That's why I created my National Parks Tip Guide. It helps you plan your route and your days in a way that actually feels manageable, so you don't end up overpacking your itinerary. You can grab that in the link below. Next, stay longer. Move less. This is probably the biggest upgrade you can make. Stay longer. Visit fewer places. Instead of moving every day, give yourself 2 or 3 nights when you can. Because this is where a trip starts to feel like a trip, instead of just a schedule. You get time to settle in, to slow down, and you actually get to experience where you are. And it just feels better. You also need to treat travel days differently. This is where a lot of plans quietly fall apart. Travel days are not the same as exploration days. Driving takes time. Stops, they add up. And things rarely go as planned. So when you stack too much into these days, everything starts to feel rushed. Instead, keep travel days lighter. Give yourself some buffer time and just let those days be simpler. You might also need to redefine bucket list. This might be the change that shifts everything. Your bucket list, it isn't a checklist. It's not about how many places you can say you've been to. Because if your whole trip feels like you're moving towards the next thing, you never felt like you've arrived anywhere. So yes, include places you've always wanted to see, but don't let them take over your whole entire trip. Leave space to actually experience them. So if you want your bucket list road trip to actually feel like something you'll remember, not just something you got through, slow down, choose less, and give yourself space to experience it. Because the goal isn't just to check everything off. It's to actually enjoy where you are when you get there. If you're not sure how to build your route, consider watching this video about the best national park road trip routes. It will help you pull everything together. And tell me in the comments, are you more of a see everything type traveler or slow down and enjoy it type traveler? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.